Oh, hello, it is I, your boy Gomi, and we are going to be continuing our coverage of UFC 288 with the third fight on the card. A familiar face on the channel, Jessica Andrade, will be taking on Xiaonan. Forget my pronunciation of that, but I'm pretty sure I got that one. But yes, why I say familiar face? Jessica Andrade, this is her third time fighting this year. She fought also, much like Gilbert Burns. This is my third time covering her this year. She fought on 283. She also had a fight night against Erin Blanchfield, and now she's back at 288. See, that's the fighters you love. You love to see fighters who fight frequently. Those are the funnest fighters. And even though women's MMA fight, I think this is going to be one of the better women's MMA fights, to be perfectly honest with you. I feel this fight's going to be a scrap, because that's the way I describe both Jessica Andrade and Yan Xiaonan. Both are scrappers. They go at it. They fight. Now, Jessica Andrade is more of a finishing machine, while Yan Xiaonan is more of a Chinese Zhuana, to be perfectly honest with you. Not a ton of finishes underneath her belt, but not per being boring or not per, not really going for the finish. It's just she doesn't have a ton of power. But regardless, let's get into the tale of the tape. I didn't organize the boxes. That's annoying. Regardless, it's going to be a strawweight belt between Jessica Andrade and Yan Xiaonan. Jessica Andrade is going to be 31 years of age, 24 wins, 10 losses. Oh, God. 9 knockouts, 8 submissions. That's still really good, though. She's going to be 5'1" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 62-inch reach disadvantage. Oh, God. And she's going to be... Yeah, forgive me, Yan Xiaonan. I did not change that. So Jessica Andrade has a 62-inch reach disadvantage, but Yan Xiaonan is only 63 inches in reach. That is a mistake on my part. I did not edit the template. It's funny. Want to know whose reach that is, by the way? That's Alexander Volkanovski's reach. Volkanovski versus Makhachev. That's like my template I use for these, and I just edit, like re-put over the data, but. Regardless, just a little insight into how I make these. So yes, Jessica Andrade is going to have a 2.64 takedown average. She is also going to have a 57.20% significant strike accuracy, a -180 favorite. And then Yan Xiaonan, with significant wins over Lauren Murphy, Amanda Lemos, Cynthia Carvillo, and Thug Rose. Yan Xiaonan, 33 years of age, 16 wins, 3 losses, 7 knockouts, 0 submissions. She's 5'5" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 63-inch reach advantage, a takedown average of 1.71, a 49.54% significant strike accuracy, plus 155 underdog with significant wins over Mackenzie Dern, Carolina. Man, I should know how to pronounce this. Kolashik? And Angela Hill. Now, let's look at Jessica Andrade. I'm not going to get too much into detail on her because I've talked about her so much. So if you follow the channel, you should know, but I'm going to go over it for those of you who don't follow the channel. Jessica Andrade is a scrapper. She is a brawler. She gets up in your face and throws hooks, and she is vicious with it. She throws with bad intentions. And in terms of women's MMA, she is absolutely what I would call a finisher. The only decision she's had in recent history is one I actually called, which was I believe it was plus 700, by the way, against Lauren Murphy. But that's more so I knew Lauren Murphy would be too tough. She got a round 1 submission of the year against Amanda Lemos. She got a TKO of Calvillo. She lost to Shevchenko, but again, it was a finish. That was a legendary card, by the way. And she finished Chukagian. She's a finishing machine, simple as that. She's got power and she has good BJJ. She has really good submissions and such like that as well too. So that's something I think can be in her back pocket, especially in a fight like this. We haven't seen a ton of grappling, to be honest with you, from Yan Xiaonan. She's got good submission defense, or good takedown defense from what we've seen of her, to be perfectly honest with you. 71% takedown defense for Yan Xiaonan. But Jessica Andrade, she's not fought anyone with the takedown power and BJJ of Jessica Andrade. So that is something Jessica has in the back pocket. Knocking out Yan is probably going to be tough. because Yan is a scrapper. She's been busted up badly in some of her fights. Like against Carolina, I remember she got busted up pretty badly. Her mouth was bleeding very badly. Against Angela Hill, she took some good damage, and Angela Hill throws a lot of shots too. But Yan just kept going and she kept powering through. So again, she hasn't fought anyone with the power of Andrade in women's MMA, but there is a chance. There absolutely is a chance that Jessica Andrade can take it to a decision, and Yan can survive through that. I'm going to be leaning towards Jessica Andrade, but also it's really soon. She's coming back really soon after that beating by Erin Blanchfield, who absolutely decimated her. But Erin Blanchfield, I feel, is the women's MMA prospect. I think she's one of the best women's MMA fighters out there right now, believe it or not. Not being a champion, she's amazing. Jessica Andrade did lose to her, and it was recently, so I don't know if she might be coming back too soon, unlike a Gilbert Burns who's been fighting multiple times, but he's been winning all this time, and he hasn't been taking any damage. Xiaonan, though, doesn't have a ton of power. She does not, she has 7 knockouts and only 2 less than Jessica Andrade, but most of those weren't even in the UFC, to be perfectly honest with you. Most of her last fights were decisions other than the fight she lost, which was against Esparza. Other than that, yeah, she has not had a single knockout or submission win. Oh, no submissions, but she hasn't had a single knockout win in the UFC. So I don't think Yan's knocking her out. I maybe could see her win on a decision, but it's hard. I think the most likely props is I don't think Yan will be knocked out. I think the most likely props, to be honest with you, is Andrade by submission or Andrade by decision. I feel it should still be a scrap because, again, both will go in their faces and scrap. I really like Yan doesn't throw a ton of kicks. She doesn't have a lot of kicks, but she has a lot of good 1-2s that she will just get in your face and throw repeatedly. Doesn't matter if she's throwing shots. She does have a sweet chin music kick she does throw occasionally, that's just nice. And I do see her go for some calf kicks. Andrade, not a ton of kicks on her part, but if she does a kick, it's a low calf kick or a kick to the thigh. But for the most part, she just wings hooks. I could honestly see a scenario where both just stand in front of each other and just start trading, just start beating the living crap out of each other. I feel this will be a scrap. I feel it'll be a fun fight, and I want you to let me know what you think in the comment section down below of this fight. Let me know how you think you have it. This is the video boy Gomi. Bye-bye.